Together, they constitute 45% of the votes in the state and hold the balance of power in God's own country.
Their sheer numbers give them a strong bargaining power, making them a constituency to watch out for come May 19th.
I don't care whether he's a Hindu, Muslim or whatever. Person is not good, I'm not going to vote him.
People have the right, they can decide what they can eat.
I get a feeling that I'm restricted somewhere.
Are Christians and Muslims realigning themselves? Are they asserting their religious identity even more? And what are the issues that will decide their vote?
One of the serious issues is with regard to liquor policy.
The message has gone to the world that Kerala has become a dry state.
Intolerance issue which will play a major role.
Even I am not concerned about his or her community.
In this edition of Reporters Project, Karma and I are travelling across the length and breadth of Kerala to get you a minority report. A state known for its paradoxes and possibilities, the paradoxes which surface even more during elections.
We want to, save our democracy.
They are being conditioned and conditioned. We have to break.
When I go and vote, that's my choice.
Called the city of spices, Calicut or Kozhikode was where Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama landed at the end of the 15th century after crossing the Arabian Sea. I am here to meet the Mapillas, who form the largest Muslim group in Kerala and are considered the first Muslims in India. Close to the Calicut beach on Red Cross Road, 33-year-old Ruby Muhammad is trying to give a modern cut to an age-old Islamic tradition. She started this showroom 2 years ago for designing fashionable veils in myriads of styles and colors, keeping in mind the preferences of who she calls today's Muslim women of Kerala. There has been a gradual but consistent increase in the sale of hijab and burqa over the last few years, she says.
We have a lot of varieties for people who don't wear hijabs, who are not hijabis. They have a million choices. Hijab is not an enforcement on a woman. She's just embracing it because she wants to wear it. She likes it. Now, how come hijab is going to stop her from doing her thing? Hijab is not blocking her.
Across these seas, the Arabs rode strong monsoon winds and came to Kerala over the centuries to trade in spices. So did the Europeans, people from other countries. Christianity and Islam travelled here in peace, making Kerala a melting pot of cultures, each finding its own place, each getting respect.
Women's empowerment, women's education.
But now there are many like Dr. Fazal Ghafoor who feel this cultural integration is increasingly under threat.
Islamic fundamentalism and Hindu communalism, both these things have started rearing up. The Muslims think that Arabs, whatever Arab is Islamic, which is wrong. The Hindu community here is undergoing Aryanization. You understand that they are importing North Indian customs.
Dr. Ghafoor's Muslim Education Society, the biggest of its kind in Kerala, runs more than 100 institutions, including a medical and an engineering college. He fears his community may be getting its moves wrong.
Orthodoxy is the mother of communalism, and communalism is the mother of, what should I say, extremism.
The churning that is happening in the Muslim community is that they're moving back in time.
They're definitely moving back in time.
And the girls would say, you are a Muslim, you wear hijab, definitely you are going to be married.
At Unity Women's College in Manjeri, students accept that their community is moving back in time.
Outside Kerala, they want to learn, but in Kerala, we want to unlearn. I think that Islam considers women as diamonds. I don't think that's a proper definition. We are just human beings. Don't treat us as diamonds.
Trying to take a closer look at their lives, they question the increasing religiosity which forces women to live within strict boundaries.
To get married first and then get educated. Because,
making their homes their first battlefields.
Too much spirituality is something that pulls women, especially Muslim women, back. What we are feeling is that we have to be a woman who should fit into the so-called doctrines and fatwas to be an ideal Islamic woman.
With a literacy rate of 85.5%, much higher than the national average of 65%, Muslim women in Kerala are the most literate across India. However, these girls highlight the growing paradox in their society, which gives them an illusion of being drivers of their own destiny. For many, education does not mean freedom to think, and knowledge isn't power.
I want freedom to think. That's the only claim I have. Because that's the problem we are facing, especially Muslim women. Because they are being conditioned and conditioned. We have to break that cage. In Kerala, we are technological revolution is happening there, but not a social revolution. Whenever we are challenging the stereotypes, we have to face so many challenges.
The story of Muslims in Kerala is a story of contradictions. In November last year, VP Regina, a journalist, lifted the veil through a Facebook page and gave horrific details of the sexual harassment she faced at a Sunni madrasa in Kozhikode. While Muslim feminists cheered her, Regina faced threats from orthodox Maulvis. The other side of this coin is the story of Amna bint Bashir, who won a legal battle to wear the hijab at the CBSE medical entrance examination. Education is Kerala's sweet spot. The poster girls and boys of education, no matter which part of the world they come from, find a place on buses in Malappuram. Islam arrived and settled in northern part of Kerala much before it reached other parts of India. Among the 6 districts that constitute this Malabar region, Malappuram, where I am, is the only Muslim majority district with over 70% population of Muslims. In Malappuram, nearly 2.9 lakh people live off remittances, which is the highest in India. Last year's remittances by Malayali NRIs crossed a whopping 1 lakh crore rupees. Mohammad Nasser has worked in petroleum fields in Saudi Arabia for the last 15 years. Today he feels there are opportunities in his state. He wants to change gears and come back home.
Maybe here working only 20,000. These people may be going Saudi Arabia or any GCC country that get more than lakh rupees. Left government have the manifesto for these people. Give good opportunities for the youths.
While Nasser may still be planning, Rafiq has already found a new horizon for himself. He worked as a driver in Qatar, but 3 years ago he returned home to enter fishing business. Like nearly 35% of Muslims in Kerala.
I moved back to India from the Gulf as I found better opportunities here. I used to work in the Gulf on a salary of 40,000 rupees a month. Now if I catch fish here, I can earn 40,000 in a week. Youngsters can earn a lot more money here.
At MES Medical College at Perinthal Manna in Malappuram, all these aspiring doctors have parents who worked abroad.
I was born and brought up in Gulf, but after coming and staying in India for like 4 years, 5 years, I never want to go back there. It doesn't matter you're staying there for 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. You're still a foreigner and they'll treat you as a foreigner.
You get wonderful opportunities right now in Kerala.
Like thousands of other young men and women here, they are ready to experiment with their future and politics.
I don't care whether he's a Hindu, Muslim or whatever. Person is not good, I'm not going to vote him.
I don't think all Muslims will only vote for a Muslim-based party.
In the political landscape of Kerala, Indian Union Muslim League is a force to reckon with, especially in Muslim-dominated Malabar region. The IUML won 20 seats in the 2011 Assembly elections.
It is a secular party. We have members from other religion. We have a wing for the Dalits.
What is the similarity between Saduddin Owaisi and your party?
The politics should be beneficial for all the community.
But young Muslims in Kerala are now debating whether politics and religion should be interlinked at all.
Why should religious leaders should go hand in hand with this politics? Why can't they stay apart?
Students of Darul Huda Islamic University say that with political power comes religious freedom.
If we have not any kind of political rights or political power in Kerala, we cannot go forward in a religion. When we cast our vote, we feel that our vote is a power.
Nearly 2,500 kilometers from Delhi in the left citadel of Patambi, Mohammad Mohsen is trying to harp on his connection with JNU student leader Kanhaiya Kumar.
Adivasis and Dalits have to
He strongly dismisses any charge that his religious identity played a role in getting him a CPM ticket.
Are you a Muslim candidate?
No. I am a candidate of Left Democratic Front.
He may vociferously disagree with BJP's politics, but does not mind copying Prime Minister Modi's love for selfies.
The BJP says that there is some kind of demographic imbalance in Kerala.
We appreciate the cultural experience of the people, their way of life, their way of celebration. We are not intolerant people.
The raid at the Kerala house in New Delhi in October 2015 over beef served at its canteen did ring an alarm bell for Irfan Pulani and his friends.
While the attack happened in Kerala house, that never affected in a bad way, it affected in a good way. It made Hindu brothers to realize that they have to accept Muslims.
19-year-old Irfan started an urban e-commerce platform in November last year. He says he wants to be a part of Kerala's growth story and not get lost in the vicious politics of beef.
Our dreams are beyond things, very, very huge dreams.
Coming up,
the 18% Christian population in this state has such a strong voice.
That idea is, I am afraid, is being deconstructed.
The ancient port of Muziris is said to have been located along this coast, very close to where I am. It is believed that St. Thomas landed here to preach Christianity in 52 AD. That's perhaps why the 18% Christian population in this state has such a strong voice. They are a force to reckon with in God's own country and wield influence in 42 of the state's 140 constituencies. Earlier, the bishops even sent out pastoral letters in support of a particular party or candidate. This election, the liquor policy seems to have the church united. They are for total prohibition in the state being pushed by the Congress-led UDF.
We have to live as a community, and therefore we should be concerned about the weaker sections.
Father Paul Telikart, editor of Satyadeepam, a religious publication of the Syro-Malabar Church, believes the left must not sit on the fence.
You ameliorate, at least for the Sidaram Yechury came and said, he publicly said, all the bars that were closed, we will not open. But no Marxist or LDF or left leaders are repeating.
More than Christianity, it's the institutions the community wants to build guardrails around. From education to healthcare, church-run institutions are an integral part of this state. Christians are worried about the rise of the right wing. The BJP knows it has to extinguish the fear factor. The attack on Christian institutions in other parts of the country and the beef ban hasn't helped.
It's basically an idea of India, created by the constitutional fathers. That idea is, I am afraid, is being deconstructed.
The Kochi Muziris Binale gives the city a global outlook. Adds to the cosmopolitan flavor of the ancient port city where the world converged for spices.
In Kerala, compared to other states,
cartoonist Bonnie Thomas, who's a treasurer of the global event, has seen the state change and feels this election will be different.
Here in Kerala, people are politically alert, politically sensible. So the resistance is also there.
There is an exemption, but then you have to go to Trivandrum.
KJ Sohan, former mayor of Fort Kochi, who saw the tension in the city post-demolition of Babri Masjid, says the communities have coexisted peacefully and communal flare-ups are blips in the horizon.
1 or 2 times there were clashes. One was during the Babri Masjid issue, which was all over India, and it was a very different situation.
Christians are early adapters. They moved to Europe, America and used education to upgrade through the years. And here at the CSI Emmanuel Church in Kochi, the chorus is jobs and opportunities.
There should be more startup opportunities should be given to the youth, and more job opportunities, as in the smart city and the info park and other techno park has come up, and so more job opportunities should be given to the youth in Kerala.
Interest of the minorities will also play a major role in casting their vote for the state, and definitely this intolerance issue which have arisen in these coming days, that will play a major role.
The two people may be having different ideologies and...
For the young Christians, their votes are precious and will not be swayed by community decisions. Does it matter whether the candidate is Christian, or Muslim, or Hindu? Will it matter at all?
It's not at all.
He or she should be a very good person as such. They should have God inside them. Okay, God should reside in their hearts. Okay, then only they can do the good things for other people.
The young also want to tune in to change. They are fed up with the same politicians coming in election after election. Lead guitarist of popular rock band Mother Jane says he's not voted for a long time now. The young, he says, have lost interest.
Why so? Why do you think?
No comments.
The entire leadership, it should change, and it should be given to youngsters, educated people.
At the Kochi fishing harbour, the fishermen have different issues to grind. The 11 lakh coastal fishermen, out of which 60% are Christians, cannot be ignored. Today they are an angry lot, with fish catch having declined over 16%. And there's a tide of anger that could hit the incumbent government.
The state and central governments are doing nothing to protect the jobs of fishermen. They are doing nothing to change the conditions, especially at harbours, and there is no safety net for us.
Rapid urbanization along the coast is hitting the fishermen. Over 10,000 fishermen have left in search of other jobs, and they are seeing a pro-business government at work.
Fish wealth is being depleted because of the heavy traffic in the sea. While the rich can build flats and factories along the coast, the poor fishermen can't even build their houses because of the CRZ rules.
In the hills, the farmers are also struggling. Drop by drop, this is how the rubber sap is collected. The British were the first to introduce it. After that, the Christian landowners adopted it and they made some money back then, but not so now.
This is for defending.
Around 80% of India's rubber produce comes from Kerala, but the major fall in international prices has hit them hard.
There is a systematic slanting is needed.
Majority of the farmers who are Christians have stopped tapping. The returns are no longer profitable.
Facing problem is manpower is less. Labor charge is high. Comparing with the cost of the rubber price, rubber latex price, and that labor charge, we can compensate with the acid when material is there for completing that latex process.
The heat wave has damaged other important cash crops like pepper and cashew as well. The state may be looking at a farming crisis if the weather continues to play truant.
The price of rubber must be over 200. The government must assure this.
Once the bright spot, tourism providing 1 of 4 jobs in Kerala is in turmoil. The state is seeing a rapid decline in tourist arrivals and losing out to aggression from Sri Lanka.
One way, Sri Lanka is going far ahead than Kerala or any.
Abraham George, president of the Kerala Travel Mart Society, believes the liquor policy is partly to blame.
tourism of Kerala is being built over a period of 3 decades, and a huge amount has been invested both by the government as well as the trade to make a brand of Kerala. Kerala is branded as a God's own country in over a period of 30 years. One fine morning the policy change, it will definitely affect the growth and sustainability of the tourism.
Peaceful coexistence among Christians, Hindus and Muslims has been Kerala's article of faith. But for the first time in an assembly election, a demographic imbalance is being discussed.
While some of the Muslims and Christians are holding on to rituals and traditions, others have embarked on a journey to discover a new identity. Thanks for watching Reporters Project.